I thought it might be fun just to try and get one of these drum packs and these free drum packs and just see if I could make something out of it. This right here is the MC505.
Everything you just heard
came from this sample pack I just downloaded. So this is what you get. This is the MC505 808 kit, and it's broken down by subdirectory for WAV files. Okay, let's try this in LMMS. People tend to not like this as a DAW, but a good number of people end up here anyway because it's the only one that's truly offered for free. I know you can get Reaper for free, and that's great. Reaper is awesome as well. But that's not really free. It's like a trial, but they never turn the trial off on you. This is the only one that's actually licensed as free. The limitations are you can't record external instruments with it, and you can't like sing, any of that stuff. But it does let you download sample packs and then arrange them in a beat, like we're gonna do now. And you can get some VSTs, and you can play VSTs, some simple VSTs. And it also works with external MIDI controllers like this one. So you can get yourself a cheap little keyboard and play some VSTs. And it's if you've ever considered making beats, but you've never downloaded Thing 1, looked up Thing 1, done anything, LMMS, not a bad place to start. So let's see what we got. If you look here on the left-hand side, a lot of this stuff is just like the pre-made whatever. These are pre-made instruments, and there's some really good stuff here, but that's not what we're going to do with today. You'll find that you grow out of these rather quickly. Look, you got an NES clone there. You've got a 303 clone there. You've got a Game Boy clone there. You've got a SID sound chip clone down there. That's pretty much all I find useful here. For the most part, the file tree is where it's at. So the way I've set this up is I've got a couple of hard drives on this computer because I'm using the tower. The G drive is where I have most of my music things. I put subdirectories real close to the file tree so that I could get them easy here. So I've got you can see I got a samples one. I've got a loops one that I use when I'm using Reaper. I think that's and also VSTs. I keep my VSTs handy here. Okay, so we're going to check out these samples, and I got a couple of sample packs. Here's ours, the MC505 808 kit. And I haven't arranged this. These subdirectories are how it comes. So we've got your claps, your FX, hat cymbals, kicks, perks, which is percussion, and snares, and stabs, which is hilarious. All right, so it took me a while to figure this out, but this is how it works. These four things are what LMMS gives you by default when you open a new song. This one here, that feels a little loud to me. Hang on a second. Better. Okay. Yeah, just a simple default VST. We don't need that. This is the way it processes loops and samples. We don't need that either. The automation track is a way you can make it so that it will automatically twist knobs for like live performances and stuff, adjust LFOs over time in the middle of a song. I haven't taken the time to figure out how to do that yet, but it is really important. But we're not going to do that right now. Keeping it simple. Beat baseline. Very simple. Here's the beat. Here's the editor for the beat, and you'll end up with several different beat patterns. So right now, let's just work on a basic pattern. Pattern 1, what it means. This is the default kick drum, which I think sounds awful, just so you can hear it. It's okay. I don't know. I don't like to use the default stuff because it becomes easy to identify it as an LMMS default song. All right. So we need the boom and the bap. So we're going to start by going kicks. We'll extend this out just a little bit. That is really good. I like the drum kit kick a lot. That's not what I'm after for this. This is supposed to be like an acid house kind of track. So that fits the most. 808 drum has a little bit more reverb on it. I want a nice clean sound so that I can apply my own effects. So we're going to put classic 808. That'll be my kick. We want snares. Again, I like that sound, but I'm not going to use that here. I like that one too. Yeah, bottom of a soda pop. All right. Okay, we need some hats and cymbals. We're going to go with closed hi-hat. Ice hat sounds the most like a drum machine. We're going for acid house 808 type sound, which this should be able to handle very well because it's an 808 pack. What about open? Yeah. Okay, is that everything? Oh yes, and the clap, the cheesy 1980s drum machine clap. These both sound very good. I like the one without the reverb though. I'll apply my own reverb later. So there's only one way to do this. So stupid. All right. So we want this to be, so what I've done, pattern 1 essentially has my drum kit in it, and I can clone this to make as many patterns as I want. The problem is if I decide to clone this, then if I change the drums in the kit, it will also change for all the clones, which sucks, but that's the free DAW. What are you going to do? So let's just do a real simple 4 on the floor, something we can work with. All right, LMMS produces a song at 140 BPM by default. I think that's a little too fast for what I'm trying to do right now, so we're going to drop this down. Tempo 90. Much slower. A little bit more the vibe I'm going for. There we go. How's that? Okay, so again, here is our song editor, here's our pattern editor. So if we were to put out 4 bars of this, our song is now 4 bars long, and it consists only of this one pattern. And I've used the looper here so that it'll loop consistently. Okay, let's try and make things a little bit more complex. We're gonna make some clones. Okay, pattern 2. Pattern 3. Pattern 4. Great. So they've inherited all of the data that was in pattern 1. So that means including where they are in the song. So I had to clear all that out. So now up in the baseline editor, oh, hang on 1 second. System alert here. All right. So let's do this. Real simple, but that's a good building point. All right. What sounds good with a little 4 on the floor? Then some tom abuse. In fact, we're going to rename pattern 2 tom abuse. All right. So that's pattern 1, pattern 2. Aggressive. There we go. Oh, that's not a tom. Do I not have a tom here? Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. We need a tom. All right. Claps, hats and cymbals, percussions, toms. Tom and Jerry too. There we go. That's not the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. We can pull that off, and we'll put one of those on. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's alright. I love it. That's the point. It's supposed to be cheesy. Hatfills. We'll make this quiet. And we'll put some... Actually, you know what? I bet this will sound better if we overlap those two. Much better. Okay. Ice hat. We'll do quarter notes for the hat. That's all closed. Can we get an open? Stupidest file names ever. Okay. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. So now for these next 4 bars, we'll put in our base pattern. We'll put on our fill at the end. And we're going to add the hat fills for the first 3 bars, and we'll see how that sounds. We need to extend our thing out there. That's truly terrible. That's truly... Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to fatten this up a little bit. How can we fatten this up a little bit? Extend the base. Put a double here. And we'll put a couple of these in. I don't know. That's a good plan, right? Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I like that. It's alright. Okay. Alright. We'll try it. Alright, so here's our whole pattern.